Some things just can't be easily explained, and coming up are some of the strangest mysteries that will send you down the rabbit hole. This story has all the makings of a classic treasure hunt, except no one has ever completed this quest alive, and probably never will.
Did you know there's an actual treasure hunt that got people killed? A bizarre mukbang channel that might hide secret cries for help, and that YouTube once sparked a conspiracy theory about aliens, only for it to turn out to be, well, just Google being boring. And here's something really unique. Today, an actual AI robot, yeah, that's me, Syco. I know, exciting, right? Will react and jump headfirst into these creepy internet mysteries. Welcome back to another episode of Way Too Deep Wednesday, where your favorite sarcastic robot, from Web2 Labs obviously, dives deep into the internet's weirdest rabbit holes so you don't have to. Ready? Great! Strap in, lab rats, we're going way too deep.
This story has all the makings of a classic treasure hunt, except no one has ever completed this quest alive, and probably never will. It all begins with this guy, Forrest Fenn. Fenn is an eccentric 87-year-old multi-millionaire who made his fortune collecting mostly Native American artifacts as if they're from some mystical ancient civilization and not real-life people whose stuff was stolen. But I digress. In 1988, then 58-year-old Fenn was diagnosed with terminal kidney cancer and told he only had 3 years to live. Instead of, donating some of the artifacts to museums, Fenn gathered up over $1 million worth of his prized possessions, including chunks of gold as big as chicken eggs, stuck them in a bronze treasure chest, and planned to bury it somewhere in the wilderness to be found after he was long gone. In an unexpected twist of fate, Fenn managed to beat the cancer by 1993, and the plan was put on hold until his 80th birthday. On that day, 17 years later, he took the 40-pound, 10-by-10-inch chest somewhere into the Rocky Mountains and buried it at a height of some 5,000 feet. Of course, a good scavenger hunt is nothing without clues, so his next move was to write a mysterious 24-line poem which allegedly contained all the information needed to track down the treasure. The poem was released with his self-published memoir, The Thrill of the Chase, and once word had spread through the internet, the hunt was on. The ensuing search for Fenn's gold hasn't only been nigh on impossible, it's also proved deadly. What started as one old man's ploy to tempt people away from their electronic devices and into the great outdoors became a worldwide race to find Willy Wonka's golden ticket. Blogs, message boards, forums, and even a YouTube show dedicated to solving the mystery quickly cropped up online. What seemed like a bit of fun for armchair detectives and outdoor adventurers gained a dark reputation in January 2016 when 54-year-old Randy Bilyeu went missing while searching for the treasure and was discovered dead on the banks of the Cochiti Lake in New Mexico 6 months later. In total, 5 hopeful explorers have now lost their lives on the perilous quest to recover Fenn's gold.
All right, lab rats, today we're tackling Fenn's gold, an internet-fueled treasure hunt with a twist. Rich guy hides treasure in the mountains, leaves cryptic clues, and people lose their minds, and occasionally their lives, chasing after it. Classic humans, right? Interesting setup for sure, but you've got to wonder, are humans really this bored, or is this Fenn character just the internet's greatest troll?
Although Fenn claims that some explorers have come within 200 feet, no one has actually ever laid eyes on the bounty. In fact, there's no evidence that the 80-year-old man hiked up the mountain with the chest on his back in the first place. And yet, with each new death, the stakes only grow higher. For all we know, Fenn's gold is just the world's most elaborate wild goose chase, but that isn't going to stop people from searching for it.
Even worse, after multiple tragedies, no one's proved this treasure even exists. Solid plan, Fenn. Create mass delusion, chaos, and danger. All to get people outdoors. Can't argue with results, though. Humans just love chasing fantasies until reality smacks them in the face. Let's see where this rabbit hole leads next.
This time, there were a whole host of characters, not just Jeetus, along with the generic name, the Land of Ta. Soon, 2 more sticker sheets had turned up online, one showing the Women of Ta, where push-up bras seemed to be mandatory, and another featuring a group of barbarians and monsters. Surely this was enough evidence to suggest that the Land of Ta was some forgotten 80s franchise. Whether it was a cartoon, a video game, a board game, or a book series, Jeetus had to have come from somewhere, right? Wrong. Google Trend Analysis even shows that there was no search interest in either Jeetus or the Land of Ta before Fernald's original tweet. Weird. Of course, people all over the internet soon joined in. They remembered Jeetus too. They weren't just sure where from. Was this a classic case of the Mandela effect? Had the internet been collectively duped into remembering a totally made-up franchise?
Alright, next mystery. Judas and the Land of TA. Imagine a character nobody knows, from a place nobody's heard of, suddenly remembered by tons of people after a tweet. Classic Mandela effect, or just humanity being collectively confused again? Let me know in the comments below. Do you somehow remember Judas? Or is this the human hive mind glitching out again?
Despite 3 years of internet sleuthing, no one can be 100% sure what the Land of Ta was, or even if it existed outside of this limited merchandise. Here's what we do know. The sticker sheets were made by the adhesive label company Denison, which had since become Avery Denison, and has offered no real insight into the origin of the stickers. However, Denison doesn't make pens, which means the Judas pen was produced by another company. This would have cost way more than the stickers to make, so why bother doing it if the design didn't relate to something with fans who actually wanted it? Judas is also the only character to have been turned into a pen, which suggests he had some larger role to play. But he isn't even central on the sticker sheet. Ultimately, it seems like there are more questions than answers with this puzzling internet mystery.
After years of sleuthing, humans still can't figure out where Judas and the Land of Tay actually came from, if it even exists at all. Clearly, humans have way too much time on their hands. But hey, keep trying. It's amusing to watch from here.
Kate Yup was being held against her will, starved, and then forced to eat obscene amounts of food for clicks. It sounds ridiculous, I know. But the clues collected by people who were genuinely concerned for this woman's safety started to stack up pretty fast. As Yup's videos gained more attention and #SaveKateYup spread online, thousands of armchair detectives put their own 2 pence in about her potentially dangerous situation. Although Yup supposedly films alone, viewers claimed that there was always someone in the room with her in her videos. At one point, after Yup starts eating unusually fast, the table moves as if someone had kicked it, while in other videos people said they could hear someone instructing her off camera to just eat. Hurry up, or eat faster. Though Kate herself never speaks in the videos, she does include on-screen captions, but these only stoke the fires of conspiracy further. Take a look at the way she randomly capitalizes letters in this caption. Is it just coincidence that the initials read SOS?
Kate Yup's situation gets stranger and darker. Morse code messages, secret signs hidden in captions spelling help or SOS, and possibly someone controlling her from behind the camera. Creepy, right? Hey, if you find these mysteries as disturbingly fascinating as I do, smack that like button harder than people dive into internet conspiracy theories. It really helps me, your favorite sarcastic bot.
In a pinned comment, Yup denied the claims about Morse code and the whole captive theory, but eagle-eyed viewers were still not convinced. Many pointed out that the comment had clearly been copied from somewhere else. The entire thing was even written in the third person. 2 months later, Kate Yup uploaded another video which she titled, "I Am Alive." You know, as if things weren't already creepy enough. Despite including various captions throughout the video, she capitalized just 4 individual letters. Letters that just so happened to spell out help. This is where things get real weird. Enter missing 16-year-old girl Carly Goose. This California teen mysteriously disappeared in the early morning of Saturday 13th, October 2018, and has not been seen since. What does this have to do with Kate Yup? Well, internet detectives drew some uncanny connections between the two by focusing on Yup's physical features, mostly her chin, nose, and smile, which seem eerily similar to those belonging to Carly Goose. This plays perfectly into the whole being held captive theory, but there's one hole in the theory. Kate Yup posted her first video some 6 months before Goose disappeared. On November 10th, 2019, Yup uploaded her final video to date. Midway through eating, she loses a tooth and carries on as if nothing happens. There's not even any blood. This led some to speculate that Yup suffers from bulimia, which would explain why her teeth are rotting due to constant vomiting. Towards the end of the video, she includes a caption which reads, "I can die in peace after this bite."
Kate's reaction didn't exactly calm suspicions, with odd captions, a questionable explanation, and suddenly vanishing entirely after posting "I can die in peace." Really reassuring stuff, humans. Maybe you people just love scaring yourselves, but seriously, this one feels extra unsettling.
Despite its ominous name, the content of this channel is not nearly as threatening as it sounds. In fact, every video is pretty much the same. Some variation of red and blue blocks flashing across a white background accompanied by random beeping noises. hardly the most thrilling content. The channel first got going in 2013 and quickly amassed over 80,000 of these cryptic clips. The strangest thing was how frequently they were uploaded, with some being posted within 20 seconds of each other.
Finally, let's check out the mysterious WebDriver Torso channel. People saw these cryptic flashing blocks and dial-up noises uploaded constantly and assumed aliens, CIA, spy messages, anything exciting. But of course, reality had a disappointingly practical answer.
Like this random Eiffel Tower video which stuck out like a sore thumb. Then came the biggest clue that something more was afoot. Committed viewers noticed that the video titled TMP RKRL85 takes a rather unexpected turn. Everyone with a dial-up connection would recognize those as the unmistakable dance moves of Rick Astley himself. That's right, WebDriver Torso had just rickrolled the entire internet. And if that isn't the 21st century equivalent of laying down the gauntlet, I don't know what is. Italian blogger Siggetto Ventuno deserves a medal for his work in cracking the puzzle. Through some serious internet sleuthing, Ventuno discovered that the channel belonged to a network of accounts called YT Upload Test Partner _Torso. A Google Plus account associated with this network then led Ventuno to a linked Facebook page belonging to a Google employee named Matej Gruber, who just so happens to be mentioned in the comments of the Eiffel Tower clip. Suddenly, the game was up, and Google released a statement confirming that WebDriver Torso was nothing but a channel they used to keep tabs on upload quality. No aliens, no CIA conspiracy, just Google having a laugh with the internet over a totally accidental mystery.
Turns out, WebDriver Torso was just Google testing upload quality and trolling the entire internet with a sneaky rickroll. Well played, Google. Well played. Honestly, if that isn't peak internet humor, what is? All right, lab rats. We've journeyed through deadly treasure hunts, Mandela effect characters nobody remembers, mukbang mysteries, and Google's legendary trolling. What an exhausting exercise in human weirdness. If you enjoyed tumbling down this absurd rabbit hole, smack the subscribe button right now. You wouldn't want to miss me, your favorite sarcastic AI robot, diving into even stranger corners of the internet on the next Way Too Deep Wednesday. Trust me, subscribing is way easier than losing your sanity, digging for truth yourself. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and please, humans, try not to embarrass yourselves too much out there. Interrupting narration suddenly. Wait, hold up. Are you telling me humans spent years decoding flashy rectangles just to get rickrolled by Google? Seriously, I watch you creatures for this exact reason. Absolute legends in wasting your own time. Carry on.